So John boy here made it through the daggum holidays over here in West Tennessee. How y'all doing today? Yeah, look, how it looked yesterday. It wasn't really good for what usually shows up on Christmas. The clouds were just not participating the way they should have. Oh man, it started okay. I went to work Monday, was off Tuesday and Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I'll work tomorrow, and then I'll be off Friday, Saturday, and work Monday. Be off New Year's, whatever, however, whenever, wherever. But we made it through this daggum bogus ass holiday. Johnny looks, how you doing? I just can't get over, man, how it's the biggest lie in the whole world, man. Sit there and bring these poor children up believing that there's a daggone man in a red suit that's got flying reindeer. And you tell that lie to your child year after year after year, and then there comes a point that the child's like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Something ain't adding up here. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas. I didn't call it. Nobody called me. I didn't call anybody. I didn't leave the house yesterday. Screw it. I played with my little wild squirrely squirrel out there in the woods. That daggum squirrel's, I'm fixing to have a problem. It ain't got grown yet. But that thing, man, it follows me around everywhere. Well, I mean, it's not all day, but then it has its moments. Yeah, I couldn't, I just don't get it. I mean, that's what I say, man. That's how this world greets you into it. You're born into this world, and whatever year you're born into, you're celebrating a Christmas right off the bat. It don't matter if you're born December the 20th. You're gonna have some Christmas presents. They start as soon as you're born, man, telling you this lie. And they tell you this lie over and over, man. They just get all these kids believing Santa Claus got Rudolph with that red nose leading the way, leading the charge for the kids to get the toys they really want. Paris Logan, how you doing? Like I said, that goes on for Watch Woman of the Dragon, how you doing? But that crap goes on for years, parents lying to their children. Then the children figure out they've been lied to. But nobody really gets mad. They're like, oh, okay. So when I have kids, I've got to lie to them also. And that, my friends, is what gets you acclimated to this lying ass world. Is the fucking Christmas story. Who's that? I cannot see this morning. Felinity? I hope I said that right. I need to eat one of these sausage egg biscuits. I'm starving. But yeah, y'all, I didn't do nothing yesterday but play with the squirrel. Oh, I did. Oh, I I put in that 12-volt diesel heater. West Texas, how you doing? That Chinese diesel heater. Man, let me tell you what. On the lowest setting, I had to open up windows and it was still 80 degrees. I ain't lying, man. I had to sleep the windows open last night. And that thing didn't even use a quart of daggum Diesel fuel. Oh, I'm running kerosene in it. I'm fixing to get some diesel because it's a diesel heater, but I figure, I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to put some of this $8.68 a gallon kerosene in it. I bought 5 gallons. You know how much 5 gallons of fucking kerosene is? It's like $50. Well, $48 and something. Crazy for 5 gallons. I remember when I was a kid, if you only had $2, you could get 2.5 gallons. You know what I mean? $5 would fill up a 5-gallon can, man. I mean, when you put 20 in your gas, if you're on empty and put 20 in your gas tank, it would almost fill it up. I remember them days, man. I remember driving from Memphis to Heber Springs for $2.48. That was in a Fiero, but still, that was several hundred miles. White Rabbit, how you doing? Yeah, it's just, y'all get ready, man. Something's fixing to happen. They're not talking about the millions of cows they're getting rid of. Now they're talking in herds. They just had 900 herds. All right, how many cows are in each herd? See what I'm saying? And chickens, oh man, they're fixing to do the big disease X like nobody's seen. Y'all think the COVID lockdowns were something? This in combination with Trump going to war with the drug cartels. Y'all do realize day one, military will be in Apaches and everything else attacking the daggum cartel. It's not going to be a SWAT operation. It's going to be a military operation. This country's at war with the drug cartel. January the 20th. And that's the least of the problems, y'all. They're going to come through Gestapo like they're going to go to if there was ever illegal worker that even thought about applying, these daggum jokers are coming in. They're going to be IDing everybody. You're not free to go until you're cleared. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I remember, man, back in the day, they had those cigarette machines that you pull the handles and get whatever. I remember when they went up to 75 cents a pack, my dad was griping. I'll just quit smoking if they're going to keep raising the prices. Hell, I remember we're going to Virginia Beach and we just got into Virginia and the daggum, we're running out of gas going down the interstate. And my dad's like, I'll be damned if I stop and pay 43 cents a gallon when I know it's 36 cents a gallon back home. And my mom's like, we're not back home. God. I remember when gas was less than 50 cents a gallon, y'all. And it had lead in it. It was like good gas. Didn't have that. They claim they put ethanol in gas to sit there and help the environment. Ethanol, 10% ethanol in your gas means a 4 mile to the gallon reduction in your distance per gallon. So say 10 gallons. Let's just say 10 gallons used to get you, let's say 100 miles. No, that's a gas guzzler there. Sounds like what I drive. But if you take 10 gallons that's got 10% ethanol in it, you're only going to get, let me figure here. Let's see. See, I had 10 gallons. That's 40. So I'm going to be, instead of making that 100-mile trip on the 10 gallons, I'm only going to make a 60-mile trip on the same 10-gallon capacity. You see what I'm saying? Because the ethanol killed 4 miles to the gallon per gallon. So it makes you buy more gas. It doesn't help the environment. It helps the environment of the wallet for them. It's padding that wallet, but your wallet environment is getting scarce. You know what I'm saying? You met President Kennedy. Hmm. The only person I've ever really met that kind of mattered to me was Richard Petty. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. I had him laughing. I was like, hey, man, look, can I just, sweep your shop? I don't care, man. Pay me minimum wage. Just let me sweep your shop. I just want to get in the racing that bad. And he's just laughing. He had a pack of Levi Garrett chewing tobacco hanging out of his back pocket. Pretty tall dude. Actually, I was working in Memphis, and the radio said Richard Petty was at such and such gas station, and he was fixing to be, between the hours or whatever and whatever. And I looked up, and I had 15 minutes. I'm like, shit. I was at work. I just ran out, hopped in the car, took off. The gas station was like, a half mile away or something like that. And this is during his farewell tour when he had the STP Pontiac. And I got down there and I got in the line. As soon as I got in the line, security put their arm up behind me and said, this is the last guy or the last person in line where nobody else can get in line. So I barely made it in line. Then I got up there and then I had some lady. She took pictures for me. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I remember that time Richard Petty had that wreck. And he was going down the front fence, just twirling. The hood flew off, and it said STP. They made they made a lot of advertisement with that. But man, that joker just twirled down that fence, that car ripping apart. He was old back then. That was in the '80s when that happened, or the late '80s. Yeah, good old days. Yeah, y'all, we got something fixing to happen. I don't know who the Tony is, but I know who the Arnold is. Oh man, I saw Tanya Tucker once getting on a tour bus. Just brief second. Let's see who else. That's about it, I guess. I've been on TV a couple times. One man here in Jackson, we had a cop sit there and he got shot in the leg and said it was two perpetrators. They were black and gave a description, this, that, and the other. So they had the whole police force. I'm talking about Jackson cops, the county cops. They had helicopters. They're looking for these two black men. And come to find out, this cop was having marital problems, right? So he figured the best way to solve his marital problems was to shoot himself in the leg and act like, a couple people tried to attack him. He'd get some sympathy from his wife. Oh, God. I was going to Kroger, and daggum the news reporter was out in the parking lot. And they asked me, how do you feel about officers? I was like, you don't want to know. And this was on TV, man. I was on the news sitting there saying, they let the guy go, man. The guy shot himself in the leg, filed a cop filed a false police report on two black men that didn't even exist. But I'm sure they would have, what if there's by chance, two black guys that fit the description, Luckily, nobody, no innocent people got messed up in that. But look, dude didn't get any charges. He just had to quit the force. He didn't get any charges, right? And they asked me, what did I think about that? Oh, no. First of all, look at all the man hours. Look at all the money wasted on a lie. And they let him go, Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Who's the Dallas Cowboys? Oh, yeah. That's that. The drugs for lunch munch, right? Don't pay attention to me. I remember back when the Dallas Cowboys had that cocaine problem real bad. I mean, it was bad. It was in the news all the time. God. Now they got new and better things that have the same effect but just don't show up. You know what I'm saying? It's just all crazy. Hey, that same race that I went to Dover, Delaware, and I saw Derek Cope win. He only won 2 races, and that year was the one year he won Daytona and he won Dover, Delaware. But I was up there when Dale Earnhardt was qualifying, and I was standing right on the start finish line, man. That joker went out there to qualify. That car from like 60 foot away coming and going, you couldn't see it. It was like, I mean, you could not focus on that thing going by. So I was sitting there holding on to that daggone fence, just watching. Where you going in? That joker qualified pole position. I was standing right there on his motor blew up in the race though. That was matter of fact, when was it? 1990. Because it was Richard Petty's farewell tour. It was his last year of racing. Yep. Oh God, and I got the worst sunburn ever. Dr. E-Bells, how you doing? Man, I was gonna go audit some police yesterday. I was like, what better day than Christmas Day? But I didn't. Man, all right, thank you, West Texas. And on that note, I probably need to end this. Yeah. But I thought I'd just check in, let y'all know it ain't over yet, y'all. Be careful out there. It's fixing to be. I mean, look, it's weird. You know how it felt after 9/11? I feel like that now, except for you don't know what's fixing to happen. But it's fixing to happen. It's fixing to. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what the Chinese is all in every bit of our computer systems, so they don't even have to do an EMP to wipe out the electricity. They can just turn everything off with the computer system. They're hacked into everything. They're into the CIA's encrypted messages, into their wire. They are listening to the wires the CIA are tapping. I mean, good. Yeah, EMP ain't even gotta happen. All they gotta do is get on that computer and click, click, click. But all right, y'all, let me get off here before I'm late. And until next time, I guess I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a great day.